It's a tale of David versus Goliath, the big Australian-owned banks in New Zealand posting a combined $4.6 billion profit. But as James Ransley reports, Kiwi-owned banks are fighting back for their share.
Cooking up a challenge for the Australian banks.
Cooking up croc dogs here, crocodile meat and a bit of pork. And, you know, it's sort of about sticking it to the Aussies.
It's a publicity stunt, cooperative bank encouraging New Zealanders to go Kiwi.
The four big Australian-owned banks, so that's ANZ, ASB, BNZ and Westpac, they have around 90% market share in New Zealand.
In this financial year, they made a combined net profit of nearly $4.6 billion.
I don't like that money's going offshore. I'd rather that it was in New Zealand because the economy needs it.
Massey University's David Trite says it's worth having the big Australian banks here.
Particularly at times of the global financial crisis, was that we actually had some relatively strong banks operating in New Zealand. That meant that we were much less negatively impacted that we might have been in other contexts.
The consumer watchdog says New Zealand banks have higher satisfaction rates than their Australian counterparts. If you do want to go local, there are 5 New Zealand-owned banks to choose from, including Kiwi Bank, which is the biggest, although it only has a 7% share of the market. Recent surveys have shown that Kiwis aren't too keen on switching banks.
I think it is because, you know, once you've got your mortgage and you've got your deposit account and everything else set up, people will think it's too hard. In fact, it isn't actually that hard to switch your bank account.
I would go to a New Zealand one if it gave us the better deal.
I mean, I've always been with Westpac, so, I mean, I've got no reason to not be with Westpac.
The debate over Australian-owned banks giving Kiwis food for thought. James Ransley.